Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're
Right now at noon, lost test. One Georgia healthcare system's explanation for a batch of missing COVID-19 tests. And caring for the most vulnerable, we're introducing you to the staff at one nursing home staying on duty 24/7 to protect its residents from coronavirus. And it is Giving Tuesday, a look at the important work Georgia nonprofits are doing on the front lines. Live from the 11 Alive studios, our special coronavirus coverage, Facts Not Fear, starts now. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell. Thank you so much for joining us for Facts Not Fear at noon. We're tracking the latest updates on coronavirus in Georgia. But first, meteorologist Chesley McNeil in the Weather Center tracking the chance for severe thunderstorms. Still around 3 o'clock, Chesley?
Yeah, I'm thinking after 3 or 4 o'clock, Sheba, is when we can start to see those isolated severe. It's only about a 40% chance for those. You can see that there's nothing taking place right now. We do have the clouds in place, and clouds are starting to take over the area. But that front is way back off to the west of us. We'll continue to advance over toward the east. Notice there's not a lot of moisture associated with this, which is why we're only going to give it a 30 to 40% chance for those showers. Now notice the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma has placed a level 2 out of a possible 5 for our northern counties. Talking Rayburn County down through northern parts of Hall County, Forsyth County into Cherokee County is where we have the slight risk for severe weather. Just south of that dark green area for Rome, Atlanta over toward Athens is where we have a marginal risk for severe weather, which is a 1 out of a possible 5. And so we'll see those storms weaken as they begin to drift a little bit further down to the south. Here's how it all times out for us. Again, the clouds in place for this afternoon. After about 3 or 4 o'clock is when we'll start to see some of those storms begin to move in our far northwestern counties, and then they'll make their way further down to the south. Some of these thunderstorms will have quite a punch as far as very strong or damaging winds. Hail is also a possibility with some of these storms as well. The tornado threat is low, but there could be an isolated tornado that pops up. But again, that threat is very low. Once we get toward 10, 11 o'clock, this front shifts a little bit further down to the south and our threat will be over. We'll see some drying air begin to move in, and we'll see some cooler air move in as well as we head into Wednesday with some of that sunshine that will be around. Let me recap your 5-day outlook. Shows today that we'll get up to 84 degrees with that 40% chance, 68 for the high on Wednesday. Thursday, 71, starts to get a little bit better, and then the rain comes back to us by Friday. Sheba, back to you.
All right, Chesley. A Georgia health system apologizing after losing a small sample of COVID-19 tests and running into processing problems, delaying thousands from getting their results. Well, now those patients are still wondering if they have the virus. Mara Sirianni has more on how it happened.
Augusta University Health System says it brought in additional staff to contact 2,000 people with their test results. As for those 30 individuals whose samples were lost, officials say they'll have to get re-swabbed. So how did this happen? Officials say they don't have the lab capacity to keep up with the 12,000 tests administered over the past 2 weeks. AU Health relocating tests from their Atlanta lab to a lab in Augusta. The hope was to speed up results. In the process, tests were lost and results for at least 4,000 tests will have to be delayed. 63-year-old Bonnie Roberts is one of those patients who says she went to a drive-up test site. 10 days later, her results were still not posted, so she called.
She said, yours might be one of the ones that was lost. I said, what do you mean it's lost? I'm just floored, absolutely floored.
Remember, this is the same health system working with the governor's office to boost testing in Georgia. A spokesperson for AU Health says they're working to contact everyone affected. Meanwhile, an additional 2,200 tests are still pending.
One senior living facility taking an unusual approach to protect its residents and staff. Some employees deciding to shelter in place with the hundreds of residents not going to their own homes. As you know, long-term care facilities have been one of the hardest hit by COVID-19. Nick Sturdivant takes a look at their efforts.
You've heard the old saying, not all heroes wear capes. And in this case, it's true. According to Donna Moore, Chief Operating Officer for Isaacson Living, which runs Park Springs Senior Living in Stone Mountain.
For our staff living on campus, we have over 70 employees, our staff that I now call heroes, living on campus. They have, soaked up this new approach like a sponge. They want to protect themselves. They wanted to protect members.
Park Springs has been on lockdown since March. Employees staying here on this 61-acre campus, some sleeping on air mattresses and tents to limit the virus's spread while still being able to care for the residents.
Initially, we had a little over 60 volunteer. And this was before they even knew what the deal was.
Justin Kraft, who's in charge of the food service, is one of the employees making the sacrifice, away from his wife and 2 kids, but still trying to stay connected with them too.
That's been our normal for the past 6 weeks. It's just trying to maintain our routine as a family. Whether it's picking up food from one of our favorite restaurants where her and I will sit down and have a date night, across from a fence from each other and hang out, to the boys packing up kind of that picnic.
No one told us to do what we're doing. We did it because we believe in what we do with employees. We believe in our mission. We can't stay locked in forever. So we've got to figure out, what does the next phase of this look like?
Says a lot about their facility. Park Springs says right now there are no COVID-19 cases at their campus. Initially, the COO asked employees to stay through the end of April. Now she's asking if they can stay longer, possibly through this month. Apparently, most have agreed to stay 24/7 as long as they're needed. It is an issue quickly becoming a local and national concern as more and more states reopen. People gathering in groups, not social distancing, not wearing masks, or following any of the health guidelines. As you can see in this video from Piedmont Park over the weekend, similar scenes all over Georgia, prompting the state's top public health official to once again ask people to follow the rules. She says if not, it could lead to a new surge in cases.
What I'm concerned about is if people don't respect these very reasonable guidelines that were laid out by Governor Kemp, then in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, we're going to see markedly increasing cases, which is unnecessary. It's preventable. It doesn't have to happen if people continue to follow appropriate social distancing.
Atlanta's mayor has her own message for people refusing to social distance and wear masks. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms tweeting those who came out in large groups over the weekend increased their chances of catching coronavirus. The mayor also dropping a link to a Forbes article that claims the risk of COVID exposure in the state has jumped by more than 40% since reopening. The governor's office responded by saying the article's math was wrong. Coming up on 11 Alive News at 6 tonight, we're fact-checking the claims. With Georgia partially reopened now, we want to hear from you. What do you need from your employer in order to feel safe returning to work? Call us at the number on your screen. It is 678-765-9514 and leave us a voicemail. Be sure to tell us your name, where you live, and the best way for us to contact you. We may use your message on air. Now a look at the latest number of confirmed coronavirus cases in Georgia. According to the State Department of Public Health, there are now 29,499 confirmed cases in our state. 1,255 people have died so far, and 5,574 people have been hospitalized.
It's a big day of love, essentially. We're wanting to love on this community and love on these nonprofits, and we need them more than ever to do this work.
Since the start of the pandemic, Georgia's nonprofit community has rallied around those in need. 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks, and as we mark Georgia Gives and Giving Tuesday, Liza Lucas shares the voices of 7 nonprofits who've been serving on the front lines.
Helping those in need does not stop in a pandemic.
We've served over 40,000 people since March 1st.
The need has skyrocketed. I mean, we'll distribute over 40,000 to 50,000 diapers this week alone.
The high demand, the new normal for nonprofits, coupled with the challenge of social distancing.
The women that we serve, they come into our office, they have a career counseling session, and then they have a dressing session. We really can't do that right now. They're the ones that were the first ones to lose their jobs.
But with the struggles, a silver lining.
It was pretty obvious and clear early on that we needed to bring our community together to do good.
At Open Hand, we're preparing about 7,000 meals a day right now, and we couldn't do that without the support of our volunteers. And I think that's the silver lining of this pandemic, whether it's United Way helping to raise funds and to rally us, whether it's Hands on Atlanta sending us volunteers, the community is really coming together.
1,100 people open their homes to pets and are telling us that they're helping them through this crisis. We work tirelessly to help people, animals. Our work doesn't end when the crisis ends.
The effects of the pandemic not ending anytime soon as nonprofits work to serve while also needing support.
The work is essential, and Atlanta depends on it. A community defines itself by how it treats people. And we've got a deep impulse to make a difference in the lives of folks. And the people who support us want to do that as well.
And one charity I'm supporting today, Silence the Shame. Speaking of support, Georgia Gives is a movement for generosity, awareness, and volunteerism. The Georgia Center for Nonprofits says many groups are trying to meet the spike in demand while dealing with their own economic uncertainties. And we have more information on how you can give on 11alive.com. All right, coming up here, once that stimulus check arrives, how do you decide the best way to use it? We're taking your money questions straight to our financial expert coming up. So let us know if you have a question by texting the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. Remember to text us, don't call.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you. We hear you.
Welcome back to Facts Not Fear at noon, and we know you have a lot of questions about unemployment benefits, stimulus checks, SBA loans, you name it. Our financial expert, Andrew Poulos, is back helping you sort through all of your concerns. Let us know if you have a question by texting 404-885-7600. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon, Sheba. How are you?
I'm doing well on this Tuesday. Let's begin with Daryl. He wants to know, what is the best way to invest your stimulus check?
Great question. It just depends on how conservative or aggressive you want to be. Right now, I've been telling our clients to be a little more conservative because we don't know what is coming down the pipeline. Great way to probably leave it in some money market account. It's not going to earn you much, but maybe in the coming weeks or months, there might be an opportunity to invest in the market. I would just be conservative at the time being.
All right. Penny shared, I am paying my bills on time, but using more credit. How can I prevent negative credit scores?
Yeah, you're not going to have a negative credit score. As you use more credit, your credit score will probably take a little bit of a dip. Of course, keep in mind that as you start to repay those credit cards or that debt, your credit score is going to rebound. So I would just be patient, of course, moving forward, and the credit score should come back up.
All right. I think someone's trying to come in there, Andrew. I hear a little knocking. You're very focused. All right. Mike asked, if I amend my tax filing now, will I receive the stimulus payment, or is it too late to change?
Yeah, so to change basically is going to be a little difficult right now. The way it's working, I would just be patient. The stimulus check should come. If you haven't got direct deposit, it's going to be coming in the mail.
Okay, another viewer texted us, my 84-year-old mom is widowed and receives Social Security. Does she have to go to the IRS website and click on the non-filers tab to be eligible for the stimulus check?
Great question. What I would say right now is we know that if you have dependents, you should file today, which the IRS has set as a new deadline. Before they had said April 22nd, but there's nothing that tells us right now that you should go on there to enter your information, because they should be picking it up from the Social Security office and send you direct deposit. But if you have dependents, I would encourage folks to go on to the non-filer and do it by this afternoon.
Okay, but what about this woman who says her 84-year-old mom is widowed and receives Social Security? Does she have to go to the IRS website?
Yeah, she shouldn't if she doesn't have any dependents. So what we know is that they should pick it up directly from the Social Security office as far as the bank account if she gets her Social Security income in direct deposit. If she doesn't, then yes, I would encourage her to go on onto the IRS website on the non-filer section and enter her bank information.
Okay, and just to fill in the blanks of what you had been talking about just now, so folks, if you receive VA or SSI benefits and have dependents and didn't file your taxes for 2018, 2019, you have to go to that special non-filers tool on the IRS website, provide your dependent information to receive the $500 per child stimulus amount. And so that deadline is today. All right.
That is correct, Sheba. Okay. That deadline was actually initially IRS had said April 22nd, and then for whatever reason they've extended it to today. But I would not think that they would extend it again. So people need to take action if possible by this afternoon.
Act now. All right. A.T. Stevenson shared, I'm a self-employed small business owner. I filed my 2018 taxes, but not 2019. Under the CARES Act, does this automatically disqualify me for pandemic unemployment assistance? If not, what financial proof can I provide?
Yeah, it would not disqualify him for the pandemic unemployment assistance, but we are seeing the Labor Department asking for 2019 information, meaning 2019 taxes. So if you haven't filed them, you at least probably will need to provide some information. Again, we've seen some cases of this, but we do know that the Labor Department had said that they were going to cross-match records with the Department of Revenue.
Susan asked, can you do a 401k hardship if you've been laid off due to COVID-19?
Okay, so 401k hardship, you can withdraw money under the CARES Act from your 401k penalty free. So the 10% penalty would not apply if you withdraw money between now and December 31st. However, you're still going to face normal taxes on your tax return next year for the money was distributed without the 10% penalty, though.
Do you need a reason to withdraw that money, or can you just withdraw it?
No, you can withdraw it. We'll see later if the IRS asks for any reason on the 2020 tax return when those are filed. But look, I don't think that's going to be difficult to prove in the current environment that we're in.
Okay, Andrew Poulos, financial expert. We're going to head back to you in just a few minutes after the break with more financial questions. Thank you for your time. And before we head to break, we want to give a big shout out to some of our educational heroes. It's National Teacher Appreciation Day, and we want to shine the spotlight on Lithia Springs. The teachers from Annette Wynn Elementary travel the school's bus routes for a car parade for the students. Thanks to Linda Phillips Rogers for sending the love. We miss all of our incredible, kind teachers. And you can help us spread these uplifting stories by sharing them using the hashtag #SendTheLoveATL.
The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATL.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews.
Financial expert Andrew Poulos is back answering your money questions. Andrew, let's pick it up with Stephanie. She shared, my teenage son works for a fast food chain. His employer filed unemployment for all of his team to cover those with reduced or little to no hours. My son received a prepaid debit card from the Department of Labor, but he's still being scheduled for normal work hours. Do we need to take any action to decline these benefits?
No, not necessarily. The way unemployment works is it's on a week-to-week basis, and the employers are required to report their employees for unemployment if they've had a reduction in hours on a weekly basis. So because her son received a debit card from the DOL with benefits doesn't mean that he's going to get benefits every week. It really depends whether the employer reduces the hours and files for unemployment each week. So they probably should keep it because most likely if the employer filed, he qualified for that week.
Erica wants to know, are mortgage companies doing anything extra to help people that are not able to make their payments?
If you're not able to make your payments, I recommend that you reach out to your mortgage company or bank and have that discussion with them sooner than later. Keep in mind, if your mortgage is a federally backed mortgage, that you can request under the CARES Act up to 180 days of forbearance with an additional 180-day extension. However, you need to have a discussion with your lender to find out how quickly they will want the money back once the forbearance ends. In some cases, banks have said that they're going to want that balloon payment, which obviously would be something that people wouldn't be capable of doing. So I would ask some clear questions to find out when that money is going to be due back.
What sort of deals have you heard that banks have been able to work out for people not able to pay their mortgage?
Fortunately, Sheba, on our end with our clients, most of them are in pretty good shape right now that they haven't asked for forbearance. A few that asked have gotten extensions for 6 months.
6 months, wow.
Okay. Yeah, but again, it's, I think as we progress into the coming months, will be kind of a telltale if more and more people will need forbearance and assistance with mortgage. Right now, folks who had some savings are able to use that first before they go that route.
AJ texted us, I am over 65 and work for a major retailer, which is closed. I am collecting unemployment, but if they open sooner than June 12th, can I stay home and still collect unemployment?
Okay, so once an employer opens up and recalls their employees, they have to go back to work. But if for some reason under COVID, they don't deem it safe, they have health conditions, something where they don't feel comfortable going back, they could file unemployment on their own. The employer is going to stop the unemployment filings on their end. You would have to file individually, and then it would be a case-by-case basis up to the Department of Labor to determine whether you're still going to get benefits.
Okay, AJ specifically mentioning over the age of 65 because June 12th, that's the day in which the shelter-in-place order is supposed to expire. Correct. For those who are 65 and older and for the medically fragile. Yes. All right, a viewer shared, I recently got a confirmation for my unemployment claim due to underlying health issues. It's been over a month with no income. If my employer has received the Paycheck Protection Loan, do they pay me too, or do I continue to wait?
Now, what's happening with these Paycheck Protection Program loans is that if employees are on unemployment and the employer gets the PPP loan, they will recall their employees back and pay them with that money, whether they're still closed or if they open. They have to use that money in order for the employer to have the opportunity to apply for loan forgiveness, or else it has to be repaid. So what you're going to start seeing now that the PPP loans are hitting is more and more employers starting to use that money to pay their employees and take them off unemployment.
Yeah, I'm hearing good news left and right regarding the Paycheck Protection Program, folks getting that money. Andrew Poulos, we appreciate your time. Looking dapper, as always.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you. Have a great
All
day.
right.
Bye-bye.
You
We'll
too.
be back,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had
We may be waiting on sports to return, but in the meantime, esports are ready to go. The NBA 2K League is about to get underway remotely. Our local team is the Hawks Talon Gaming Club, and as Maria Martin shows us, when their head coach isn't coaching them on video games, he's coaching them in the kitchen.
I have seen that you've been cooking a lot. Cooking with Coach is what you call it. Tell me what spawned that idea, and did you cook before quarantine, or is this a new hobby?
No, I've actually been cooking for a long time. When I came in, I saw players across the league, and even just in the community period in esports, they eat out a lot. I just wanted to be that voice that said, hey, you don't have to spend all your money going out to eat. And some of these meals that you go out and buy, you can actually make at home. So my goal was just to show anybody cooking at home, not just esports, how to make affordable, easy, delicious meals at home. Good job. Okay.
What is your favorite thing that you've cooked so far?
Probably my smothered potato skillet.
Ooh.
It'd either be that or it'd be my 4-layer lasagna. One of those two.
Are you cooking for all of us? I mean, what's up?
I mean, we can definitely have a Cooking with Coach gathering once everything returns to whatever normal is for us. I'm happy to do that.
Stir, stir, stir. Mix it up good. Mix it up real good.
I'm encouraging people lately to make the meal and post it and tag me in it. I want to see how, if my steps and my directions are pointing people in the right directions.
I'm officially hungry. Thanks, Coach. And thank you for watching Facts Not Fear at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Stay safe.
Streams of Atlanta's biggest trials and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks